buddy drug me in here. Like, I didn't know what I was getting into. I had heard that CrossFit was a very intense activity, and I'd always thought, it's a gym. Then when I first started talking to you, and you're like, no, it's athletes. This is a sport. And I'm like, what? And my buddy, sadly, he's still on the fence. I keep trying, but I came in and everybody's just been welcoming. Everybody actually wants to be better, and nobody's in a competition with anybody else. It's the only competition with yourself.
That's right. That's awesome. What has been like the most exciting thing that you have learned about yourself, like since you started?
Just how fast and how much you can do.
Yeah.
Like, I came in here, I couldn't do a pull up. I didn't know where I was in the strength scale, and I had no cardio. Now I'm getting through all the exercises. I'm actually doing pull ups. Burpees used to be something that I absolutely despised. Now I look forward to them because I'm like, I want that challenge.
Yeah. But how did you attain those goals? Like, because the number one thing is like, you don't miss class.
No.
And how did you like overcome that? Like the days that you don't want to come, the days that you're tired, like mentally, how did you overcome that?
So at the start, everything works slow. You know, the analogy of rolling a snowball downhill eventually becomes so much larger. Like, I started coming 3 days a week, and no matter how bad I felt, I was like, I've got to come in. I want to do this. And then over time, it was just like, I don't feel like I have to come. Now it turned into I want to come in. Like,
Absolutely.
I wake up and I look forward to coming in.
That's awesome. And then you layered in some other goals too. You started like adding in the nutrition piece,
Yep.
which was like huge for you. And
Oh
you
yeah.
just started that like on your own. Like, what were some small changes that you made nutritionally?
So when I first started, my diet was all over the place. I wasn't worried about what I was eating. And then I was like, I need to fuel my body for success.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me cut out, just sodas and tea. And then it turned into, hey, let me cut out some of this other sweet stuff that I don't need, but my body craves just because I've been eating it for so long.
Yeah.
And now I don't even have cravings for most of the sugary stuff.
Yeah. That's awesome. And what were some of the good things that you added in? Like, what, how did, like, that you cut out bad things, but what were the
Yep.
good things that you added in?
So surprisingly enough, I've eaten a lot more vegetables. I used to never like cottage cheese,
Okay.
and now I eat cottage cheese, and I'm like, where has this been?
Yeah.
I never really tried avocados, but now I'm like, why have I not been eating these?
Yeah. And you actually got to a point with your nutrition where like you cut your calories pretty low.
Yes.
And I know you and I kind of had that conversation.
Yep.
And then you joined our nutrition challenge because like you actually needed to get some real macros. Like
Yep.
you actually needed to know like what are my numbers? And I like doubled the amount of calories
Oh
that
yeah.
you were eating, which was kind of like sticker shock at first,
Mm-hmm.
right? What did that do for you when you got like some numbers?
So I was probably eating maybe 1,800 calories a day. And I was like, oh, have to be in a deficit, a 2,000 calorie diet deficit. And then I got the numbers, and I'm like, I'll trust the process. And I felt better almost like within 3 days. I was like, I have energy now.
Yeah, that was. I know one of the things you said was like, I don't need like a mid afternoon nap.
Yep. Like, I used to get ready for work and take a 20-minute nap. Now I sail through the day. I'm not tired, and when I do sleep, I sleep a lot more sound.
Yeah, and the numbers on the scale are still going
Yes.
down. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you mind sharing those numbers, like where you started and where you are?
So when I started the nutrition challenge, I was at 301 pounds. I am now, as of yesterday, 292.
But where did you start when you walked in the door at CrossFit?
I was 333.
So, if we had to tie this into a little bow, and if you had to tell somebody that is afraid to walk into the door at CrossFit Collective,
Mm-hmm.
what would you tell them?
So I would say there's nothing to be afraid of. The only thing you have to fear is fun. Like, it's a big enjoyment to come here. Nobody's going to judge you, and you're only going to see improvements.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Matt. We're so glad you walked into the door, and congratulations on being member of the month for September.
Thank you.